Contrary to popular climate change theories, the sun determines the majority of weather events on Earth, rather than human activities and their associated CO2 levels. In fact, the sun both allows humans to thrive while also having the ability to curtail our activities. For example, scientists have issued warnings over the years about the potential impact of a solar storm, which could emit solar winds, a continuous stream of charged particles emanating from the sun's atmosphere. These solar winds could cause an electronic apocalypse within the next decade, leaving billions of people without internet access, communication satellites, or even a functioning power grid for months or even years. This week, we were told that NASA's Parker Solar Probe successfully ventured through solar winds for the first time without shutting down, giving hope to efforts in preventing an electronic blackout. The lead author of the probe study, Professor Stuart Bale, stated, quote, "Understanding the mechanism behind the sun's wind is important for practical reasons on Earth. That's going to affect our ability to understand how the sun releases energy and drives geomagnetic storms, which are a threat to our communication networks. So, if the sun can wreak havoc on satellites and the power grid, just imagine what it can do to our climate." Although the Biden administration and much of the entire political establishment worldwide push the unproven notion that human activity accounts for the majority of change in climate, it's a scientific fact that the sun drives weather events and cyclical climate patterns. Always has. However, they can't help but admit it eventually. The White House Office of Science and Technology Policy is coordinating a 5-year research plan to study ways of limiting the amount of sunlight that reaches Earth in order to reduce global warming and stop climate change. But I thought coal power plants and CO2 levels were to blame. Guess not. Even the establishment cheerleader and mouthpiece, the New York Times, asks, should we block the sun to counter climate change? Independent billionaires are obsessed with blocking the sun and lessening its power over the planet. According to Time, George Soros has suggested brightening the clouds over the Arctic with strategic aerosol injections, which seed clouds that reflect the sun's rays. Weather modification patent owner Bill Gates financed a Harvard project which planned to spray calcium carbonate into the atmosphere over Scandinavia. And Amazon tycoon Jeff Bezos has studied plans to inject massive amounts of sulfur dioxide into the sky to geoengineer the Earth's atmosphere by blocking the sun. Although these methods would also trap excess heat and light from the sun between the atmosphere and the Earth's surface, the same way that the greenhouse effect operates. Clearly, experts, scientists, and their financiers understand and agree that the sun determines Earth's climate over time, and any attempt at curtailing CO2 emissions is just an exercise in social engineering, not geoengineering, to modify human behavior. And if the sun is powerful enough to change the weather, then it certainly can disrupt our electronic infrastructure, sending us back to the 1800s in an instant. The sun is designed to give warmth, power, and life, but it can also administer destruction through ultraviolet light radiation, atmospheric disruption, and electromagnetic solar winds. This should be no surprise though, considering that the Bible tells us in Isaiah that, quote, "The heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner." This solar system isn't designed to last forever, and during the tribulation at the time of the fourth judgment, the angel pours his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire, and men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of God, which has power over these plagues. Basically, the sun is too powerful for man to control. No matter how many chemtrails pump particles into the atmosphere, or how many space probes study solar storms, we just have to deal with whatever the sun throws at us. And nothing we can do will extend the Earth's expiration date due to solar activities. Remember, it's all in God's hands, so trust Him and have faith in His ultimate plan.